What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker.
Amir Rahimi, Rappin And Snackin.
And today, for the Great Debaters, we are discussing the great one, Vince Staples. We're going to go through his catalog and decide, in our opinion, what's his best project. So, Amir, what's your backstory with Vince Staples and getting familiar with his catalog?
It's funny you asked that, cause you know a backstory.
I do.
Soren, actually, I met him at my previous job, Dash Radio, and he once did a segment on the greatness of Vince Staples, and I had always heard Vince's name, but never really gave him a shot, because I was in old school stuff and new stuff, and he kind of just passed me by. And he did a video on how great he was, and he started playing me Vince's Hell Can Wait in his car, and the production, the lyricism, the themes, it had me hooked, and immediately I bought his whole catalog the following week, and that was more so the intro, but I was just so shocked as to how correct you were, as to how great he is.
And why are you shocked, Amir? This is what I don't understand.
I'm shocked just because how did it just fly over my head like that?
Well,
I guess I didn't doubt Soren, but I don't know. He said some outrageous claims that I'm not sure are correct yet.
That have been proven to be true and accurate.
Yeah.
Proven to be accurate, you know. But that's why we're here today on The Great Debaters, because as Amir's gotten more familiar with Vince Staples' catalog, and you guys should too, we're going to go through Vince's catalog and kind of determine, here's 3 of his projects, but make sure you guys check out all of his music if you haven't already. So Amir, going through his catalog, obviously, as I told you, my favorite song from the early stages, the Shine Cold Chain Volume 1 mixtape, is Versace Rap. So that was the first song I told you to really like, yo, this is the song that made me love Vince Staples and made me think he's the greatest of this generation. So for you, what stood out about Versace Rap?
The storytelling, the reality that I feel like a lot of, you know, young, especially African-American black teenagers have to face. I just thought it was just like straight honesty, and to talk about the Shine Cold Chain mixtape, that was the clear standout track, clearly the best, and I think that most people would agree that it's the best song on a mixtape that was kind of filled with kind of like B-side Odd Future beats, at least sound-wise in my opinion, but that was just the takeaway especially.
Definitely, he shined on there, literally and figuratively. And then as we go through, we get the Winter in Prague, we get Shine Cold Chain Volume 2, we get Stolen Youth, these type of things leading up to his Def Jam release, Hell Can Wait, which came out in 2014. Then we get Summertime 06 and 15, Prima Donna, 16, Big Fish Theory 17, and now you guys are up to speed with all of Vince Staples. So Amir, when we're talking about the upper echelon of Vince Staples projects, which ones do you think are worthy of discussion and debating?
I think the 2 clear best are Summertime 06, his first official album, quote unquote, and then his first official EP, you know, through Def Jam, which was Hell Can Wait, which was my first introduction in his car.
Okay. And
the beats freaking knock if you don't like Vince, which I think you will like Vince, but if anything, the beats are fantastic.
And this is one thing that I remember even before we met that some people had criticized when they would tell me, I would tell people before I met you, you know, oh man, Vince Staples the man, Vince Staples, Vince Staples. And they'd always be like, they'd go and listen to his stuff, and they'd be like, oh, I don't really like his beats. And I was like, Hell Can Wait, you don't like those beats? They're like, yeah, man, you know, Blue Suede's annoying. I was like, annoyingly good? Like, I don't understand how this beat could be annoying. Like, this beat is phenomenal. The bottom on it is incredible. The keyboards, the sounds, the aesthetics. Yeah.
When his verse comes on.
I don't know how that could be annoying other than annoyingly brilliant. So that always threw me off, but then I realized like some people are just predisposed not to like certain stuff, and maybe they just don't like Vince Staples. Because Screen Door production's phenomenal, Hands Up production's phenomenal, Limos production's phenomenal. Like I don't understand. Fire's crazy. It's only what, 7 tracks on this?
7 tracks
on the EP, so if I just rattled off 6 that are like amazing, I just don't. I don't get it.
Is this one of the best EPs you've heard?
I would venture to say it is. Now this is, I'd say, of the standout, most stellar EPs of all time. You're looking at, of course, your boy Ice Cube with Killer Will, NWA 100 Miles of Running. These are like the top tier EPs ever. So I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Those 2 are the standouts off the top of my head. And there haven't been, admittedly, that many EPs. I think now we're getting kind of back into it a little bit with these 7-track projects, which we may or may not discuss and debate later. But to me, it's definitely one of the best EPs in rap history. And I think it's pretty much without question, because when you look at 6500, which is, you know, one of my favorite Vince Staples songs, the way in the second verse how he dissects gangbanging and kind of like what goes on in the mind of the person that's in it and how what's going on in reality versus their perception, I think is phenomenal. And the wordplay, the references with Juice and Tupac, I think are phenomenal. But more so than that, he puts you inside this car and what's going on with, you know, common sense is missing. I mean, the second verse is just flawless. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, he says, "You're alone, car full of brothers, but you alone."
Right there, man. He just tells you, you know, you're on your own, regardless of what you think's going on in the world, whether you're with a gang, a family, friends, or strangers. Like, it's, you know, you're by yourself, man. And I think that that's a very powerful lesson. And I think, too, the bigger sense of, it always disappoints me when people say, oh, modern rap, these guys aren't talking about nothing, it's all mumble rap, it's all garbage, or the beats are trash, or what have you. They're just not listening, because Vince Staples has been here, he's been amazing for several years now, and like, where are these people? They're not listening to Vince Staples, for instance.
Me, I was like that.
But see, you can adapt and evolve, Amir. That's why you're sitting next to me, so we can have these great debates. But moving on, as I was explaining to you how great Vince Staples was, of course, then I played Summertime '06. Selected selections from Summertime '06 because, admittedly, it is a double album, quote unquote, but it's a very short, abbreviated double album. Yeah. Again, this is the cover for those who aren't familiar. Be sure to listen to it. The alternate covers as well. But Summertime '06, you know, this is his first quote unquote official album, and I think here is where you see Vince with more songs, because all of his mixtapes prior to Hell Can Wait were, you know, for the most part pretty short, if not all of them were really short. They were. And then Hell Can Wait is also short. So now Summertime '06, I think he flexed a little bit, and it's a little bit longer. Even though it's a double album, it's pretty both discs are pretty short.
Yeah, it's under an hour. So
for you, Amir, listening to Summertime '06, what stood out to you about it?
Dude, this guy, he's, okay, so I'm gonna go on record. I don't like a lot of singing hooks, singing choruses, especially for some reason, you know, female ones. I'm more a fan of like the Nate Dogg, the 50 Cent hook, but going past that, he's worked with Kilo Kish for so long, and I think him, Vince Staples and Kilo Kish have just such an excellent chemistry. He brings in Janae Aiko, a few other people who I just, when I saw it, I was like, where are the hip-hop features, man? And I just heard how he makes these songs, and they're just so freaking excellent. And Summertime '06, for how long it is, how many hip-hop features does he have on it? He only has a Future on a chorus, which that doesn't really count. It's a chorus, you know? And then 2, his...
But that's also a sample, right? That's not even...
Boom.
Yeah, that's not even Future. That's
his
a sample.
Friend, Joey Fats.
Yep. Like I said, 1.
Exactly. So he really held down, you know, lyrically, quote unquote, this whole album on his own. And just the array of sounds
you hear. That's why CMB, Amir.
CMB, oh my god. Track 1 to track 20, starting off disc 1 with Ramona Park Legend, and then to continue with Ramona Park Legend Part 2 on the second disc just keeps you in the mood the whole time.
Yep.
And the themes on there, don't even get me started with the different types of themes that you have on there, and the music videos, which are also great.
Yeah, and then we had the North-North controversy with the the white suburban lady, which I thought was hilarious, which Atlanta also appropriated on their Rappin' season 2 of that hit TV show. So that does show you that Vince's reach is getting into the creative world. Obviously, he was in Dope, and then they got him in Atlanta paying homage to him. So he's getting out there. The Black Panther soundtrack. He was in the trailer for Black Panther. So clearly Vince is getting out there, but I think the back-to-back projects of Hell Can Wait and then Summertime '06, he needs to get more acclaim. And I think, speaking specifically to the videos, the North video I thought was incredible. The black and white aesthetic brought it to another level. And then the Lift Me Up video, which lyrically, man, that song is just packed full of gems and like wisdom and phenomenal insight. So for you, Amir, what are some standouts for Lift Me Up?
When I first heard when you were playing stuff in the car, I was under the impression that nothing was going to top North. I heard Lift Me Up wasn't directly after, and just okay. Vince Staples, and this is one thing that we're talking about, just kind of his whole career, but I think especially in Summertime '06, he's so unorthodox with his style. You know, we have our typical 3-verse, 16 bar per verse, and a chorus in between. Vince Staples is not afraid to put a chorus for a good majority, good meat of the song. He's not afraid to have 12 bar verses. And that's what I think he shows throughout this entire album. Lift Me Up, just the production is amazing, and just he knows how to make a good chorus. I don't think anyone can really dispute that with North, Lift Me Up, CMB.
Well, that's what a lot of people would say to me. They didn't like his choruses.
Oh my god!
And they would even say that more so with Hell Can Wait, because by the time I was telling people, because since I know Vince and I got to go hear Summertime '06 in particular, well, he played me both of them before they came out, but Summertime '06 was a longer lead before it came out. Like, I just was in shock when people would say, "Oh, he doesn't know how to do choruses, or his choruses are boring." I'm like, North, for instance, like, that's just a style of chorus. Like, if it's not your style of chorus, that's fine. But like, if you're a true artist, to Amir's point, you should be able to do any type of chorus you want to, and then, you know, people gravitate toward. Are we becoming, as rap fans, so conditioned to what's popular or what's on the radio, or separate of that, what you particularly like, that you can't appreciate that something else is good? Like, for myself, I don't ever want to get to that point where I'm like, oh, I only like the way Vince Staples does music, so I can't like the way anyone else does it. Like, that's whack to me.
I agree. No, and you won't find anyone who makes music quite like him in just his song structure, and I don't think he was really taught that. I think that was something that he just thought of on his own and just started doing, because his style has always been a little bit unorthodox with the way he composes verses throughout. Even his first mixtapes, every song was like so short. Versace Rap was the longest. He thought that song was really long, and reality was 3 minutes and some seconds.
Yeah, but even like Shine Cold Chain Volume 2, I mean, a lot of those songs are like 2 minutes or 2-some minutes.
Exactly.
So, you know, I believe though that these, at this point, are Vince's best projects. We see later with Prima Donna and with Big Fish Theory. I liked both of those. I like Prima Donna, maybe I would say better, but to me, I think when it comes down to it, it's either, for the best Vince Staples project, it's either going to be Hell Can Wait or Summertime '06. What do you think?
I think Summertime '06 100% is his best project, especially with the range of sounds we hear. And we did have Limos with the Tiana Taylor hook, but I think he experiments even further with more types of features and sounds on Summertime '06, and to much success. So I think his experimentation is gonna shoot him higher up in the ranks. And with Big Fish Theory, I think the experimentation was a little much, but he still was able to knock it out of the park on a few cuts on that album.
And I think lyrically, with Big Fish Theory, it's still like top shelf. So
yeah, it's true. But
let's get back to the issue, which is, what's the best Vince Staples project? So you're going with Summertime '06?
Yes.
This is a tough one for me, because as a career-long, from the beginning, Vince Staples fan, it's hard for me to just differentiate between these two, in the sense that Summertime '06 is brilliant. Hell Can Wait is also brilliant, and I think that the brevity of Hell Can Wait, it's like Summertime '06. I wanted more of Summertime '06 because I thought it was phenomenal, but at the same time, there was more of it compared to all of his other projects. So I felt more for Hell Can Wait, that I wanted more of Hell Can Wait. I wanted more of that Vince Staples because I think it's phenomenal. And I thought the same thing with Summertime '06, but at the same time, there were 2 discs, 20 tracks, even though, you know, 2 or 3 of them on Summertime '06 are essentially, you know, brief interludes. That being said, I'm gonna have to go with Hell Can Wait.
Wow. Wow.
Because Hell Can Wait and 6500, I think, is my favorite Vince Staples song. And
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best songs. That came out in 2014. I think that's... Vince Staples, in my opinion, has several of the best songs released from 2014 up till today. But I think 6500 is one of the best songs released in these 5 years.
It's like breathtaking, man.
It's amazing.
It's one of those songs where you want to play it for your friend. You tell them about it, but you're like, no, don't play it until I'm there to witness your reaction. One of those kind of songs. At least for me, I've showed like 3 people that one. Amazing.
All right, y'all. So Amir and I selected these 2 projects, Hell Can Wait or Summertime '06. But let us know what you all think down here in the comments, and we'll get back at y'all for another one soon. I'm Soren Baker.
Amir Rahimi.
And we'll check y'all out next episode on The Great Debaters. Appreciate the support. Hit us up in the comment section.